Hey kids, it's Dave, coming back at you from the Dave Cave, and we've got another toy review, but tonight it's some Star Wars Black Series. That's right, guys, I'm going broad with my scope for this channel. It's not just DC Multiverse, it's not just Batman Animated, it's not just Ninja Turtles, it's not just weird little Transformers, it's Black Series as well. It's going to be some Marvel Legends later on. Dude, I'm busting it all out for y'all. All right, so listen up. Tonight we've got the Ahsoka Tano, the Clone Wars version. We've got a Phase 2 Clone Trooper. And guys, you're going to learn that I am a sucker for Clone Troopers. We've got a Magnaguard, and oh boy, if this ain't the bitch of the bunch, the one that I've been keenest to get my hands on tonight. And then we've got Return of the Jedi Chewie. But this is not a complete wave, guys. There are two other figures in this wave. Wicket, W, Warwick, our cheeky little Ewok friend. But this guy I bought on a retro card a couple of months back and did not wait for the boxed release, but I've got him loose here for you. I'll have a little look at him later. And Amiga. But poor baby Amiga. This is not the Amiga that comes in this wave. The Amiga that comes in this wave is the Mercenary Gear version. But you know what, guys? I don't need another Amiga on my shelf. I just need the one on my shelf. I've learnt that completionism is not the way, especially with Black Series, because I'm going to be paying for the same figure painted 12 different ways to Sunday. Guys, I just don't need that in my life anymore. Amiga, we can't keep doing this. We can't. I got to spend money on Marvel Legends. I got to spend money on NECA. I got to spend some money on DC Multiverse. I can't buy 43 versions of you, so I'm sorry, darling, you're out of here. Toss her over there. I'm going to show you these boxes. Let's get out of there, Wicket. All right. There's Ahsoka, front of the box. I think this might be the last plastic pre-packaging wave. That's what we get. That's the back, bottom, top. Do we need to see the bottom and top? There's the front, the side, the back, the other side. Ooh, the same two blasters, but you know what? This time we get a Django head. Did you guys notice that? Hooly dooly. There we go. A Django head. You know, regular clone. That's awesome. And the Magnaguard. Yeah, it's going to be sick. Cannot wait to crack this guy open. And Chewbacca. Ever since I read Shadows of the Empire when I was a kid, I've been obsessed with that hairstyle. Chewie. Needed to upgrade my Chewie. I think the last Chewie I bought was the Force Awakens version, and that was a long bloody time ago, folks. I tell you what. Alrighty, there we go. Let's get them unboxed. Peace. check it, boys and girls. We are back. I hope you enjoyed my posing segment. That was a lot of fun to put together. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at all the accessories on these guys, and I'm going to do some articulation, and I'm just going to go one by one down the line, get through these guys as quick as possible, try to get a video out in under 20 minutes. The last two have run pretty long, but yeah, see if I can do this whole wave as quickly as possible. All right, here we go. Mr. Clone Trooper here, phase 2. Let's do a little vanilla pose. We've seen these blasters before many times, I'm sure, but I'm gonna have a little peek at them again. Little cheeky vanilla pose here on camera. Look at him there, sassing the camera. Look at this guy. Alrighty, so it's that same mold that you've seen a million times. It's not an E11. What is it called? Someone will correct me. And phase 2 helmet. Look, I actually realized that I don't have a regular phase 2 trooper, but man, I've got a lot of troopers over there on the shelf. Why don't I quickly pan over to show you? I did have more. It's weird that I've got TMNT right next to my clone troopers there. I did have more troopers. I had that really expensive Clones of Order 66 pack, but I recently sold it on eBay because, you know, sometimes times are tough, and sometimes you buy the 501st Clone Trooper from JB Hi-Fi and you realize you don't need that expensive 4-pack anymore. So yeah, I had to make some dosh off it. Alrighty, articulation. So Mr. Clone Trooper has single jointed legs. He's got the standard Hasbro rockers with the back and forth. What do we have? All right, horizontal. We've got single in the elbows. We've got this weird little rubber piece, plastic piece over the elbow. We've got the flappy soft pauldrons. We can get our T-pose. We've got rotation in the waist. We've got that much forward and that much back. And then we've got a good range of movement in the head. It's all pretty standard stuff. They're not breaking the bank here. Do we have thigh cut? We do have thigh cut, so we're going to be able to get some pretty good poses out of this. Do we have boot cut? No, we do not have boot cut. We are not wearing a stylish pant from the early 2000s. No, we are not. Let's have a look at the detail. The body is pretty standard, but this head, I've got to say, it is not the best likeness of Tem, but it's not a bad likeness of the clones from the animated series. It does not have photoreal on the eyes, and the eyes do look a little off. Not gonna lie, the eyes look a little off. He's got some weird lines on his forehead. I don't know if I'm vibing too hard with this guy, but you know what? He's going to be posed with his helmet on. He's going to look fantastic with his helmet on. And yeah, look, I didn't buy him for the unmasked head underneath. That's a nice bonus. And yeah, I'm just going to fit this guy into the swarm over there. And yeah, he's just going to be rocking the phase 2 look. All right, on to the next one. All right, Ahsoka's up next. Now, as you can see from the posing segment, I've got a couple of Ahsokas, but cannot tell a lie. This might be my favorite. She is so awesome. All right, I'm going to put these sabers down here. Actually, let's have a look at the sabers first. She's got a little Shoto on the top there, the short saber, and the regular size saber underneath. Now, the hilts are a different size. Let's pop these out. And as you can probably guess, those gaps on there, those sabers just want to start rolling away. Do you know what? Let's let them. Let the carpet eat you. Alrighty, these are going to clip into her belt. Like so. And on the other side, and that is going to look pretty cool. Just like pretty much the rest of them. The Rebels Ahsoka has hooks rather than little tabs. but I think this system works just fine. Everything is like ports and tabs these days anyway. But like, my goodness, just look at that figure. It's just a great sculpt. The detail is beautiful. The printing on this little the flap at the front of her outfit here is beautiful. The head looks fantastic. It's lifted straight out of, I think, probably mid-era Clone Wars. You know, this isn't, I don't know if this is like Sky Guy Ahsoka. Maybe she's a couple of years older than her first appearance. But yeah, she's got those beautiful arm straps there. She's got her Padawan braid hanging down from the, I believe they're Montrals. Is that correct? Just lovely details all the way down. Lovely stuff. Let's go top to bottom with the articulation. Not much in the head. Arms. Ooh, there's butterflies in there. Is that a butterfly? I guess it is. It doesn't really give you too much additional movement, but yeah, all right. Single elbows, vertical articulation in the wrist, which I guess is pretty cool for the saber holders, yeah. Other wrist is the same. This little skirt limits forward leg articulation. Oh, actually, that's not so bad. Yeah. Okay, so we get a little bit forward, we get a little bit backwards. We get more forward than we do backwards, actually, but that's pretty standard stuff. Okay, we've got single jointed knees. We've got twist there. We do not have thigh cut. Yeah, we've got our, do we have boot cut as well? We do. We've got boot cut as well as rotation at the knee. So that's pretty good for articulation. Sorry, for posing. And then we've got our standard stuff. Not much forward and backward in the ankle, but we've got the standard Hasbro rocker left to right there. Ahsoka is pretty damn good. And I might spoil it now. She's probably my favorite of the bunch because, as you will see, up next, the Magnaguard, somewhat disappointing. Alrighty, let's move on to that Magnaguard. See you then. Alrighty, Magnaguard. Let's have a look at this accessory first. Maybe this is like a powered down electro staff or pike or whatever it's called. I think it's an electro staff. Nothing too exciting there. The one in his hands is the more interesting one. So let's pry that out and have a look here. Now, I believe that we've seen these power effects before. Oh, God. Is this guy going to stand? He's kind of tricky. Yeah, look at that. He's kind of awkward. Stop grabbing your crotch there, mate. Come on. Alrighty. Yeah, he's pretty funky. He's pretty weird. All right, yeah, we've seen these effects before, I'm pretty sure, on the electro staff of the Jedi Fallen Order Purge Trooper. Yeah, but look, this one has these interesting little clear plastic bits over the ends. I'm not sure how accurate that is. I haven't had the time to go back and look, but I do like it. Yeah, I do like it. In the art on the box, the electro effect kind of stops there. But yeah, these kind of clip on, they stay on okay. But getting the staff into his hands is a little tricky, and you will find yourself kind of dislodging these, and they will fall off from time to time. But yeah, not a bad accessory. Now on to this guy. Now, as I said in the intro, this guy is the bitch of the bunch. I was looking forward to him more than the rest of them. But yeah, he's the bitch of the bunch for other reasons now. He kind of sucks. He's a little awkward. Like he's kind of cool, but just like the original deluxe Grievous, remember that severely overpriced General Grievous that we all kind of went crazy for, and I spent mega bucks on, only to realize how damn awkward he was to pose as soon as I got him out of the pocket. Yeah. Packet, sorry. Yeah, that Grievous. All right, yeah, this guy's kind of like that. He's a little less awkward to stand. I guess he's not so bad, but yeah, look, those pauldrons just keep falling off. I'm just gonna not like bother putting them back on anymore. But look, that head is pretty cool. We've got a good amount of articulation there. And as you can actually see, can you see that bit behind the chest plate there? I think that's actually helping with the articulation. I wonder if I could take this off. Does this come off? Sorry, boys and girls. Excuse me while I remove the head of this guy. Yeah, alrighty. So, just a ball joint there. Does come off. And let's take the cape off. This cape is lovely. Got these cool little speary designs there, which I think is a nice touch. Was not expecting anything like that. I'm never expecting soft goods from Hasbro, and when I do get them, I'm always genuinely, pleased with them. Well, for the most part. Sometimes those capes can kind of stick up a bit too much. Okay, so what I was really hoping for this was like a little hidden severed head feature, but have a look at that neck. That kind of is articulated further down into the chest there. So that is a nice touch. Let's have a look at the articulation in the arms. We've got these shoulders on a ball joint, which is pretty cool. They hinge up and down here, and there's rotation. Is there anything above that? No, there's rotation at the elbow. There's a single joint there. And that comes down to, is there rotation? Yes, there's rotation further down, like halfway down the forearm. And then there's rotation at the wrist. And then there is horizontal hinging at the wrist as well. And I would assume that's exactly the same on the other side. Yeah, pretty much looks symmetrical there. There is another ball joint that you can kind of turn the waist on in the middle. There is a bit of crunch. Yeah, there's a little bit of movement forward and back there. All right, these legs are a little bit funky, and like as kind of flimsy as they feel, they actually do stay in place okay. So there's a ball joint at the hip. There's no rotation halfway down. There's no rotation at the knee. There's just a single joint there. Yeah, no rotation until you get down to these weird rockers that rock left and right like that. And we do have a vertical hinging at the ankle. All right, all in all, I guess he's okay, but he is a little disappointing. He just feels a bit awkward, not as kind of sturdy as I was expecting him to be. Get back on. All right, gonna awkwardly leave him standing like this, awaiting his demise. Obi-Wan, chop his head off. Goodbye, Magnaguard. All right, Chewie's up next. Now, let's have a look at the bowcaster. Pretty much the same bowcaster that they've been giving us since Blue Line. And when I said before The Force Awakens is the last Chewie I had, I actually forgot that I do own the Empire Strikes Back Chewie that comes with the C-3PO in many different pieces. One of my favorite Black Series releases ever. Now, the reason I know this is exactly the same bowcaster as previous releases, as every previous release, it splits into the same 3 pieces as all of those. Now, Chewie, this is great. It's all old. Pretty sure the pouch is, or is it? Maybe the pouch is new. Maybe the bandolier and the pouch is new. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm going to double check that right now. Okay, it looks like the bandolier might be reused from the Empire Strikes Back version. The body is exactly the same as the Force Awakens release, which means it's the same as the Blue Line release, but this head is all new. Now, he's got the hairstyle that was kind of explained in Shadows of the Empire. His kind of butt part that he appears at the beginning of Return of the Jedi sporting, and he's got the sexy dog collar around his neck that the bounty hunter Boosh brings him into Jabba's palace in, and she can reach up and hold that chain, as you would have seen in the posing section. Now, articulation is exactly the same. We've got a little bit in the head, we get a little rotation, but you know what, all that neck stuff kind of sticks up, so it's a little awkward. Arms, same as they've ever been. Single joint in the elbows, and they've got this fur that sticks over the elbows as well, which makes it difficult for him to... Oh, would you look at that? Oh, he'll be able to hold his bandolier with two hands. Not his bandolier, his bowcaster with two hands. Okay. They must have done something to, maybe it's softer plastic, or maybe they've kind of trimmed away some of that plastic there, because in the previous releases, you were not able to bend this arm enough to get Chewie's hand underneath the bandolier so that he could do the double grip. He was always just holding it in this hand, and this hand could never really get close enough. But anyway, we've got the rotation in the waist. We've got some crunch, but this is a kind of like a chest piece, so that kind of prohibits much of your ab crunch. Then we've got thigh cut. We've got single joint in the knee. We've got a bit of rock in the ankle. And we probably don't have enough to make any difference at all, but his feet are nice and big. And look, he's going to do what he does best, and he's going to stand around looking like a big old cute furry boy. And that's what Chewie is here for. All right, up next is Wicket. All right, we're back with Wicket, W. Warwick. Now, this little bastard is freaking adorable. Look at that. He's got his little spear. He's got his little black eyes. He's got his cheeky little grin and his little friggin' chest piece or whatever the hell this is, his little hood. There's just his ears and face stick out of. Like, what the hell, man? This is the cutest little dude on the planet. I don't know if you're old enough to have seen Return of the Jedi in cinemas, or to have been a part of the fandom, the zeitgeist at the time, but I've always kind of really dug Ewoks, and yeah, I wonder if there was hate for them back in the day, like there's hate in the modern day for the sequel trilogy. Yeah, I don't want to start talking about the sequel trilogy right now, because I might lose or gain audience members based on what my opinions are. But look, to be honest, I haven't really thought about the sequels in a while. But yeah, I'm kind of vibing with the animation recently, and with the Ahsoka series. But look, Wicket has this cute little bow that fits the arrow in there. It'd be great if this actually shot it out, but do we get some... Nah, we don't get enough. That would be cool. But, you know, the string can kind of pull on that a little bit. Or, sorry, push on that a little bit. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, bow and arrow aside, we've got these two little clubs that he can use to club the stormtroopers on the ankle with, while Leia shoots him in the head. Is that a torch? Yeah, that looks like a torch. That looks like a club. And then let's do articulation on the little guy. Look at him. Look at this little fella. All right, do we have neck articulation? We do. We do have some neck articulation under this. I wonder if this comes off. Does this come off? Yep, it does. What am I doing? There we go. Oh, God, the reveal. The reveal. Dun, dun, dun. He's naked. Somebody cover this guy up. All right, he does have articulation in the neck. Looks like it's a ball joint. We get some okay movement there. That's going to be hinted by his little hoodie, obviously. We got some rotation in the arms there. We got some hinges. No butterflies or anything like that. Single joint. We got some rotation in the wrist. Do we have any hinging? No. Ball joint in the hip. And no knee. And we've got some horizontal and some rocker, as per the standard Hasbro ankle articulation. So, not too bad for this little nugget of a dude. I do enjoy this. It's kind of weird. It's weird looking at him like that. It reminds me of Orko from the Masters of the Universe. I had a neighbor that had Orko, and I really wanted to see what was under Orko's hat. And so I devised a plan to break into his house while he was away so that I could look at his Orko, because he wouldn't let me look at it for some godforsaken reason. Anyway, I didn't break into his house because I was like freaking 7 years old or whatever. And so when I eventually did get to look under Orko's hat, what did I realize? Just I don't know, I had made much ado about nothing. It was nothing. But look, this is not quite nothing. This is a little nightmare inducing. So I'm just going to put him down there, and I'm going to get this guy's clothes on and come back with my final verdicts for the wave. Peace. Alrighty, I'm back. Look, all in all, this is a pretty tight wave. I think I've come around on the Magnaguard. I think I was a bit hard on him. His joints are a lot better than Grievous. In fact, it actually seems like Hasbro have learned a bit of a lesson after that Grievous. Because, yeah, he poses pretty well. You just have to get used to his, like, kind of weird ankle articulation. And, yeah, once you figure out where all those extra little joints are in his arms and legs, posing him kind of becomes a bit of a breeze. The soft goods is great. That Ahsoka, damn, she is the pick of this wave. She is awesome. Loving that Wicket. And that Phase 2 Trooper's fantastic. Great to finally have a plain Phase 2 Trooper. I never had the big box set that had a Phase 2 Trooper in it all those moons ago, but now I have one to add to my collection, and that Chewie is fantastic. Finally, we've got a Return of the Jedi Chewie in Black Series format. Now, isn't it funny that I was saying earlier in this video that I didn't want many versions of Omega, but yet this is my third version of Chewie, all because he's got a different hairstyle. Just like the Simpsons episode, guys, I tell you what, just like Malibu Stacy. Anyways, guys, I'm going to bust out of here. If you like what you've seen, please hit me up with a sub. Hit the like button. Hit the bell if you want to see more. Let me know what you liked in the comments. If you dislike the posing, if you like the posing, and if you like my style. And if you want to see more of me. So, yeah, please stay tuned. Not just the Black Series channel, though. So please be aware there will be Marvel Legends. There'll be DC Multiverse. There'll be all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we're going to have a good time here at the Dave channel. Speaking of, I'm Dave, coming at you from the Dave Cave. And I'll catch you on the next one, guys. See you later.